All right. Well, obviously disappointing result, but you have to give a lot of credit to Kansas. They had a really good game plan, and looking at the stats and everything, we just didn't make enough plays and way too many mistakes for us to come out with the victory. I think we played with fire in some ways in terms of like the mistakes that we made are way too many, and couldn't come back from them. So frustrated, but we got to get over it. We got to learn from this, and we got to move on. We got a tough game coming up next week. So I think the goal from the beginning was to play at our best, every week, and obviously the statement 10 was not the one that we wanted, and this happens sometimes. And I think we haven't played our best and been able to bounce back and find a way to win. This one didn't work, and so we've got to go back and get to work, stay humble, stay hungry, all that stuff, and get ready to go. I told the players that love them. I mean, the effort was there. We obviously got to make more plays in all three phases, but the mistakes were way too many for us to overcome. And but this is a difficult feeling. We just got to find a way to learn from it and get over it and move on to the next, and and find ways to keep improving. So that's what we're gonna do before we head out to Tempe next week. But I thought Kansas played a great game. Looking at the stats, I didn't think we had 10 more first downs than them, and the glaring mistakes was the muffed punt that was a QB kick from them, and it hit our player in the head, and thought we had a chance to recover it, and that didn't work out, and so gave him the ball like on 3-yard line, which is a gimme. When I think we had a 13-10 lead, that was a problem. So didn't like the way we ended the first half. Obviously didn't like the way we ended the game too. So, but there's a lot of room for improvement in all three phases, and we'll get to work on that. But got a really good team. Really, we're still in a good spot. I believe we control our own destiny still, but we've got to be ready to roll because that's a tough opponent coming up next week against ASU, and they've done a great job getting their team ready, and they're in the I think they win the game too. So there's a lot of parity in this conference, and this one got us when the I say the mistakes, but you have to give a lot of credit to Kansas. They did some really good things, but we'll just keep plugging away. So we're in a spot now at 9-1, and if you had told me before the season, would you take it? Of course, but this is. We still have an opportunity. For me, we have an opportunity to still play for something with a conference championship, and so that's what we need to focus on. And this is a good example to get better and get to the next week game, and then away we go. So, what questions do you guys have for me?
Why was the offense so bad?
What was that?
What were the issues offensively in the red zone?
Yeah, it just didn't seem like it was clicking. A lot of mistakes, and just seemed like we got a lot of yards, and the run game was working pretty nicely. The turnover at the end of the half cost us. Settling for field goals isn't going to work either. And then, offensively, and obviously the way we ended the half and ended the game, not good enough. So we got to fix it. We got to figure it out. Defense didn't start the game out right. A lot of it was just a lot of mistakes that we made. I mean, I think Kansas did some things with their technique. I mean, they're trying to scheme a lot of the stuff that we're doing defensively with the personnel, and they did a couple odd looks, with the duck formation, stuff like that. But you have to give them credit, man. I thought they did whatever they could to try to take care of the ball as much as they could. We didn't create enough havoc, and didn't. I think they ran for 73 yards, but we just need to find more ways to make plays. But offense got to score more points. Field goals, we made some good field goals. We're not able to take advantage of the return game, but we got to score more points to win games.
Kalani, did on 3rd and 6 there at the end, did Jake check out of that play? And what was the play supposed to be, or do you even know?
The 3rd and 6 before the 4th down in the red zone.
3rd and 6, you looked like the speed option pitch to Hinckley.
To the boundary?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he audibled out of the play. And then, it's just you got to get the ball in the end zone. You can't have it come down to the wire and 4th down. And then we had a false start, and thought we had a really good play on that one, and then it became 4th and 10. Now we're too far. I think Chase was a couple yards short of the first down, so just get in the end zone. I don't really care how much time's left on the clock. Obviously, they were taking timeouts to preserve some time for when they get the ball back, but we got to get the lead before we can even worry about that stuff. We weren't worried about the clock. We just need to get the ball in the end zone.
What did you see on that muff punt? Was it just a bad, unlucky bounce?
Yeah, it was. It was a couple unlucky bounces. One that hit, I think it was Evan Johnson was in coverage and hit him in the head, and then Jacob Robinson was right there, and I thought he had a clear path to just recover it, and for some reason it popped out of his hands, and they got the ball at the 3-yard line. So, sucks, But I think that happens. That's why the ball is shaped like that, to make things interesting. It just bit us in the butt this time, So. I hate that happened, because defensively I thought we kept them out of the end zone, except for that one time. And, this game was 10-10 at halftime. We'd lost the second half 7-3. So, and if you look at the stats, I thought we made some march down the ball and had some long drives and where we get some first downs, but the red zone offense did not work for us. And so we just have to be better. And so that's obviously we're going to look at it and try to figure it out. But you think that from what our defense did, it should be enough to get points on the board. But I know Jay Hill's not happy with how we played, because we felt like we could have done better. So all three phases we can improve on. But the guys are hurting right now. They're supposed to, but we got to get over it. Just like we have to get over the wins, we got to find ways to be humble and not get down on ourselves too much, because we're in a really good spot still. So I think with what we've done throughout the year, we've earned the right to feel better now, and you just got to play better next week. We just won't get this one back, so we just got to find a way to play better next week, and whatever it takes, we got to get it done.
In that timeout before the punt with Jalen Daniels, did you guys talk about the possibility that he could kind of back up and punt?
Yeah, we thought they were just going to go for it, because he's got. I mean, that's what they've done in the past. So I haven't seen him kick that QB kick. So yeah, and then he just kicked it. I mean, we have an Aussie kicker who can actually kick it to someone like that, but I don't know if he's going to punt more now. But maybe they should. It just caught us by surprise, and even after the punt, I mean, we just had a chance to recover. Sometimes things like that happen. You just got to get a stop, So when they get the ball on the 3-yard line, I don't like that we just played average defense and still gave up an easy touchdown, So when things go bad, you got to respond better than that. And I thought we were in a good spot even to win the game at the end, but we didn't do enough. And you have to give Kansas a lot of credit for that. They came motivated to win this game, and I mean their backs are against the wall. We knew we were going to get their best shot. I'm not sure if we gave them ours, but it's too late now, So wish them luck next week. I think they play Colorado, so we'll be cheering for them, and we got to worry about ourselves and get ready to play this game against Arizona State.
Last couple of questions.
Coming out of the halftime break, was it by design to have a kind of a methodical drive, eat up a lot of clock? Is that what the plan was?
I think we just were trying to score no matter what, but I think we wanted to establish a run game and just play some physical football. They did that to us last year, just run the ball, and we felt really good about the run. Then it stalled, and we're stuck at, I think it was like 4th and 3 or so, and wanted to go for it, but then felt like we should just take the points because it seemed it was a low-scoring game. We have a really good kicker, and so we just took the points, and unfortunately that was the only points we scored in the half.
Anything else?
What's the message? I mean, you touched on this, but after a loss, now you have to go back to that and see them. So how do you see how the boys respond to this? What are you looking for?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously gotta refocus, and you gotta learn from the game. But you're gonna have to overcome the feelings of regret and wish that you could do it over again. You got to just get over it. That's life. I think there's so much that happens in life that don't go your way. You just got to find a way to respond better, and we're going to choose to do it with our heads up high and know that we have a lot more to play for still. I mean, this isn't the end. But if we're to taste defeat, this is you just got to. I believe that you got to just learn from it, and I don't think I can sugarcoat it for these guys. It's supposed to hurt. Especially when you could do better, it's supposed to hurt, and this is a huge obstacle. This is a roadblock, but we'll be okay. We'll fight back from it, and we still have a lot to play for. There's still a lot. We still control our destiny, and doesn't really matter. We just got to get back to getting to work and winning next week's Super Bowl. That's going to be the key.
How concerned are you? How concerned are you with the offense right now? Only 1 touchdown or 2 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks. How concerned going forward are you with that?
Yeah, I mean that's something that needs to improve, and I'm more concerned with lack of production when we're in the scoring area. And so yeah, that needs to get better. So thanks, guys.